I've really enjoyed these deep dives into a variety of different listings for Mossy Oak properties. And today we get to go to one of the best big buck states in the entire country. We're going to Kansas. We're going to southeast Kansas in Montgomery County, Kansas. We're going to take a look at 143 acres there in Kansas. This is a beautiful farm. It lays very well. It's got some steep ridges and it's got a creek coming right down through the middle between the two big ridge tops. So if you look at it at first glance, you say, well, there's all kinds of cover to the north and tillable to the south. So immediately you say, this is probably going to hunt very well on a north to northwest wind. What I would want to know, based on the steepness of those ridges or how steep they are, I'd want to know just how much the wind swirled down in that bottom, because there are some major topographical elevation changes on both of those ridges. So this bottom field here in the southwest corner may get some swirling, but you'd have to see whether it worked or not, so I'd want to wind scout it. I love the fact, as you look across the state of Kansas, you don't see big patches of cover. If you look to the southwest of this property, huge cover. If you look at the property and to the northeast of it, huge cover. Those are both beneficial because you know in the terrain in general, there's going to be a lot of whitetails. And really cool for this piece, look at Elk City Lake. 4,500 acres of water, 8,000 acres of public hunting around that. It's a 1.5 miles away from this piece of property. I'll go in, line distance, go from there down to the actual lake. You're looking at 1.5 miles between the two. Not too bad. It's just far enough away, it's probably not going to affect your hunting, but it's also close enough that if there's a lot of pressure on that particular piece, it may indeed run some deer up into your farm. There are a couple concerning things to me. I like all the cover. I like the fact that you can plant it for food plots, and there's also some income from tillable. There's also income from a couple of oil wells that exist on the property. You get into Oklahoma, Kansas, Texas, sometimes a return on investment can sometimes come from oil wells. There's one right here, and there's another one right here. So I would assume you would need to do some due diligence to find out when they're checking those rigs, how often, and perhaps try to work out some sort of an arrangement with the oil company who has the lease on those wells. Could you possibly check them middle of the day? Maybe you can, maybe you can't, but it deserves some due diligence. There's also a pond back here, which I like. I like the creek, I like the pond. I love the cover, I love the proximity to Elk City Lake. I mean, all of it adds up to potentially a big buck mecca there in southeast Kansas. It's worth looking at. The pictures, the trail pictures are just unbelievable. It's worth checking the listing out. But anytime you take a piece of property and you do a deep dive via Onyx, you can look at all these different things. Look at it, just topo, just satellite, the combination of the two. You can do your food plots, you can do your distances, whatever you want to do, and really learn about a property before you ever go set foot on it. But in my opinion, this one's worth going to look at. Incredible little gem for 143 acres there in southeast Kansas.
We're adding new videos every week, so make sure to click that subscribe button and check out all of our amazing content. This segment of DoD TV was brought to you by Ram Trucks. Gut Glory Ram.